using your phone for an actual good purpose, like learning anything.
100%. Well, I ask everybody two things, right? Are you busy or are you productive?
Yeah.
Right? Everybody's busy these days. Nobody's got time for anything, but yet nobody's fucking productive. And that's the thing, you gotta fucking find out where your inefficiency lies upon your decisions and time that you spend.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And also with this, we're talking about the victim mentality and all that stuff. I feel these days, everybody's trying to win an argument. Nobody's trying to solve it.
So true.
And that's the difference. If I'm trying to win an argument, that means I'm trying to prove that you're wrong. If I'm trying to solve an argument, I'm trying to understand where you're coming from.
Yes.
So the mindset, how you approach the situation is different. Solving it, it requires me to be one thing that nobody else is. Diplomatic.
Yeah.
Nobody's diplomatic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? If I'm winning an argument, it's because I'm aggressor. Trying to win. I don't give a fuck what the cost is. My side is right, your side is wrong, I want to win. If I'm trying to solve the argument, that means both sides have flaws and both sides have good things.
Yeah. And that means both sides actually have to listen to each other and kind of figure out a middle ground.
Well, that's what it is. Like, you need liberals. You need them.
Yeah.
But you also need like Republicans. You know what I mean? You know, it's like there needs to be some government, but there needs to be an over government. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
There has to be some sort of like, there's equal value to both sides. How do I know? Because it's split down the fucking middle.
Yeah.
That means you're half right, half wrong. How do I know? Because you want half the people, not the other half. And the other half sells what the other half is missing.
Yep. And then, of course, you know, as things grow, they will change over time, but nobody will actually admit to, you know, changing. They're like, no, we're still very much for this.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
exactly.
You say that, but all your
stays
actions
on the
are
same
saying,
thing. Yeah. It's still on the same platform of me winning. It's our team has to win. Our team has to win. And that's what it comes down to. And the more you want to win, the more competitive you become. That means the more you dig your heels in.
Yeah, and then some people will just get on so many bandwagons, even though they know nothing about the topic as to what's going on. They just read one headline, don't even bother to read the article, and they know everything about it. And it's like, well, if you ever stop to read any bit past the main part, then you would have realized that you are completely wrong and that the headline most likely does not have anything to do with actually in the article.
It doesn't, and sometimes even if it does, you're only reading it because it's supporting your train of thought down the line.
Right.
And that's what it is. Either way, how you approach it, you want to be verified that you're right, or you want to bullshit that they're wrong. And when you feel that they're wrong, you're bullshitting on lack of knowledge. You're not making a logical statement. You're making an emotional statement, right? And everything these days is based on every reaction, every debate, and every argument is based on satisfying somebody else's emotions, including themselves. There's no logic to anything these days, right? Everything is based on we're so emotionally hypersensitive, but we're so logically we're not logical at all. There's no logic to any argument. Everything's based on emotion.
Right. Yeah, it's the thinkers and the philosophers of past generations, if they were to come here now and see what's actually going on, I think they would just much rather be dead, because we have literally all the information we would ever need in our hands at all times, but we would much rather bitch about somebody who made a beer can with a trans person on it, even though they didn't actually mass produce it. They only did it for that one shot, and somehow...
Well, they did it for a patient.
They did it for a patient. And that one beer... that one beer is shit anyway that nobody wants to drink it. So.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is, though, man. Like I said, everything is a cheap currency. Everything is surface. Everything we argue about it's meaningless. So as long as they get us fighting about things that mean nothing, you know what I mean? And if they do mean anything, they just mean on surface-wise, because there's no real change that's going to happen. Bud Light might lose a little bit of money. As a result, Corona is going to make a little bit more money. They're going to buy Bud Light. So it's just this weird exchange of ownership and brand names, and it's all happening on the surface. But the system, the people, and the infrastructure is not getting any better. It's not getting any improved. So they're making us fight and argue on the surface level, but the underneath, layer of the mechanics that are really broken, nothing gets fixed, addressed, or even looked at.
Yeah, nothing gets fixed. Money trades hands in different ways, but it'll still come. It'll still
100%.
be trading
But
hands.
here's my thing. Here's my positive fucking view on that.
There we go.
Excellent. Because there's never been less competition in my life these days. There's never been more numbers, which means there's never been more money, but there's never been less competition. If you have a thick skin, a good work ethic, and a good bullshit meter these days, you'll be okay.
True. And that bullshit meter, like you said, that's got to be real high.
Oh yeah, like I tell everybody, do you wanna sum up every single self-help book you ever read? Call your own bullshit out. That's all it is.
Yeah.
The ability to call your own bullshit out. Mm-hmm. You know what's the hardest thing to do in life? To be honest with yourself. Brain is weird. The minute the brain figured out it can lie to itself, that's what it does. It manipulates itself. And if you don't catch it, that's what it does. Oh, I want this burger. But you know you shouldn't have it. So what do? In your mind, you start developing some sort of justification of excuse until you can swallow it, right? You're like, oh, I didn't have one this morning. Oh, you did. I can't use that excuse. You know what? I earned it. Well, you can't. You know what? I'm going to trade tomorrow. Oh, there's a bullshit excuse. Fuck. So I'm going to have this right now because I'm going to trade tomorrow. You don't trade tomorrow. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's all it is. Once the brain finds out it can bullshit itself, all it does, it bullshits itself. It's a safety mechanism.
And as soon as you allow it, once you're allowed to do it once, it's going to keep doing it over and over and over again.
Well, we're creatures of habits. You just hope to God develop good ones.
Yeah, and they're real hard they're real hard to break once you have all these bad habits.
Yeah, that's why a creature of habits can only develop habits because he relies and depends on them. He gets addicted to them. If we didn't get addicted to them, we couldn't make patterns.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how we do. The minute we make patterns, the more time we do it, the more it solidifies it. And if it's a bad one, it's going to keep lying to itself. So the lie becomes the fact. And then the brain doesn't want to it's stuck in there because it has to rewire itself to look at itself differently. It won't do that. So now you're stuck. You're stuck the way you think because you're forced to do these habits that you developed. Right? That's why I love fighting. That's why I love fighting. Fighting is nothing to do with physical, but everything to do with mental. The ability to perform intellectual tasks under pressure when your safety is involved is the fucking greatest mind mystery that I can never fucking decipher within myself. It fascinates me.
Well, so what's your earliest memory of martial arts?
Earliest memory, there's nothing in Europe. You know what I mean? Like I was a kid.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't even go to school in Europe. Like I started like kindergarten and stuff like that, and the war broke out. Right? I was in the war for a couple of years. So I didn't know. There's no martial arts. There's no. Even when it came to Canada, like I don't have any habits. I don't have a habit of brushing my teeth every morning, every night. I don't have a fucking toothbrush. I don't have If you don't have food, you have toothpaste.
Yeah, good point.
Like just these little things, you know what I mean? Just having dinner at 5 o'clock, you know what I mean? Just going to school, waking up. There's all these things that you as a kid, you start to develop earlier through society because you go to school, you go to kindergarten. I don't have any of those. So I didn't have any experience with martial arts. I didn't have anything back home until I ended up coming to Canada. And that was kind of my first exposure to, I started as a boxer.
Okay.
And that was my first one. There's this in Vancouver, this poor area where like East Side Hastings is and stuff. There's used to be this really famous, well not famous as in really known, tough old school boxing gym called Astoria. It was underneath this liquor store, and liquor store was attached to this weird drug addict, broken down hotel. So it's like you walk into a liquor store, you use the back door of a liquor store, you go underneath, and I literally looked out of a Rocky movie set. even, and it just closed down recently. Even the movie Deadpool from Ryan Reynolds, there's a scene of him boxing in that Astoria because it looks so grungy. It looks awful. There's one scene that actually filming the movie. And that's where I started. I started off there and it scared the fuck out of me. And after that, I couldn't care about anything else. I didn't care. You just couldn't make me care about. I used to play so much basketball. Once I did boxing, why do I give a shit about taking some round object and throwing it to a fucking another round object 10 feet above the ground? Well, what happens if I miss? Nothing. So then why do I care? But if I zig when I should have zagged in boxing, you get your face broken. Like, oh, well, that excites me. I mean, that fucking scares the shit out of me. So wait. That's what I want. That I want the scary shit. So that's why I fell in love with it. He just scratched. Well, it made my mind itch, and I was never able to get rid of the scratch. So I keep scratching my mind to get rid of that itch. It fucking fascinated me.
That's awesome. Now, it's taken you to being the Battlefield Fight League welterweight champion. When you finally won that belt, how was that feeling? Was it one of those that, okay, I've got the mountaintop, I can, kind of rest a little bit, or is like, okay, I've gotten here, now I got to keep going?
So I've gotten here, I've got to keep going. And I'll tell you why. I've heard this from an American soccer coach. I said this before too. This American soccer coach, it's a female, and she's one of the most highest, best coaches, like when it comes to female soccer, blah blah. I don't know her credentials. Doesn't matter. She's the best, like one of those best ones, right? And if she did this, that fucking stuck with me forever. When you're a champion, you're on top of the mountain, right? The air is too thin. You can't exist there all the time. So once you come up there, you enjoy the view and you walk back down. So every time you compete, whether it's a belt or a game or whatever it is, you got to reclimb the mountain. And I love that fact. So if you stay up there, the air becomes too thin, your lungs can't get enough oxygen, you become weaker. So you can't exist on the top. You have to go on the bottom. So now every time I fight for my belt, I'm not a champion. I don't see myself as a champion because the belt is for hold. It's up for grabs. That means we both have equal shares and equal say who gets the belt. So I don't view myself as a champion. I view myself as I'm a champion of my last fight. But now it's for the grabs. So I always climb the mountain down and I reclimb it again. So I conduct myself as a challenger, not as a champion.
That's a wonderful mindset to have because we've seen it over multiple generations, not just MMA, but, with every other sport, boxing, NBA, NFL, whatever. We see Tom Brady. He still works real hard, but, there are those people that once they win a championship, they're like, well, I'm the champ now. Fuck it. I don't have to do shit. Like, I can just lay back, do whatever. And It's like, no, you have to defend that belt. You've got to not only you won it, congratulations, but you got to hold it. You've got to continue to show why you're the champion and why that other person is not. And then when it comes to weight classes, you basically got to clear that whole motherfucker out so that you can show how dominant of a champion you really are.
100%, man. 100%. Well said. It's true. It's true. And there's certain, but I always love pressure. There's certain density when you become a champ. You know what I mean? Like I tell everybody, the older you get, right? We get older. Life doesn't become happier. It doesn't become sadder. It just becomes more heavier. Now, for some people, that extra weight slows them down, so they walk slower, they get broken, they get defeated, and they do less things. And then the older they get, the weight just becomes heavier and heavier to hold, so they do less, they do less, they do less. Some people tell them, holy shit, I'm weak, I gotta get stronger. So then they work their fucking ass up to carry their weights with the same speed they want to walk in life. So I chose to make myself heavier. Like I look at diet. It's the same way. There's two ways you can get skinnier. You can starve yourself or you can burn it off. Mm-hmm. Right? Starving yourself, you're weak, you don't do anything, it's a cheap currency. But you really can outrun your diet. You can burn it off. So I'd rather eat more and burn it off to be stronger than eat less to lose it by doing nothing, which makes me weaker.
Right.
So I always, every time I have go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say every time I always judge, is there a heavier currency that I can pay in life to go through it? Because I tell everybody, I even tell my kids, never search for happiness. Never search for happiness. Because how you wake up is going to determine how you conduct yourself through the days, how you feel. If you wake up happy, you go, oh, I'm good. If you wake up sad. No. What you search for is self-respect and dignity. Because when I wake up 6 in the morning, I'm not happy to go for a workout. But when I do it, I respect myself. The minute you can respect yourself, you value yourself. That means nobody's got power over